Hello, my name is Alexa Castaneda, and today I will be talking about how I would run for city council if I got the choice to run for office. The intro is position, which is city council overview, and then campaign, and then conclusion. You may ask yourself, what is the city council? Well, the city council is the legislative body of the city government, and they shape daily lives of current residents in the community while using leadership, budgeting, and lawmaking. Here is the ballot process. So first, it is the nomination papers. Then there is a candidate intention statement, which is Form 501. Then you must fill out the statement of economic interests, which is Form 700. And then there is a ballot designation worksheet. And then something that is optional is Code of Fair campaign. And then you also, depends on the city and district, you must fill out the campaign finance forms. That's only like if it's needed. It depends, once again, on the district and the city. And if you do have to do those, then you have to fill out Form 410, 460, and 470. And you may ask yourself, what is Form 501? Form that needs to be filled out before raising or spending any money towards your campaign. And then nomination papers would be something that you obtain from your city clerk during nomination, like voting, which is about this. And then in order for you to also do that, for the ballot designation you must include a brief description of your occupation and who your candidate will be for the voter guide. Here are the forms in like the front, which is like the main page. Some of them do include multiple pages that you do have to fill out, but here on the PowerPoint slide, I just put like the first page, which is like, for the most part, the main details of what one would have to fill out if I were to run for a city council. So those are 751, which are the mandatory ones that you must do no matter your district or city. And then these are the optional ones, which are the ones that vary on filling out depending on your district and city. And then in order for me to run my campaign, I would have the ones that would benefit me the most would be the political parties and the PACs. For the political parties, strengths would be how they help infrastructure, volunteers, endorsements, and how they have access to donors. However, something that would contradict me would be how partisan baggage, which is how you expect to toe the party line, and that would be in any circumstance, even in local issues. They are not as flexible, so that doesn't help. And they do tend to gatekeep, so they don't like new or independent candidates, and it does lack support when that does happen. For PACs, its strengths would be fundraising, advocacy, and independent advertising, which does help since we do want to advertise and hope we get voted. And a few limitations would be there is limited coordination. PACs technically, legally cannot directly strategize campaign once they do start spending independently, so that doesn't help. They do have a narrow focus, and they only support the candidates with specific issues. So like, if you're trying to focus on something and you want to go like over that, they will not be supporting you. You're gonna have to do that on your own. Another negative they have is the public perception. So like, once PAC is involved, they can raise concerns about like about the outside influence and buying elections. So if you have a reputation of your election being bought, that kind of looks bad on your image. So that's kind of a con that PACs do receive. And then something that would allow me to have a good campaign would be knowing that I have what purpose I have in order for me to run this campaign. The readiness, which is just like legal readiness, like the forms that I have to fill out and stuff like that. And then building my team, of course, knowing my voters and what their values and morals are, and how they think and how I could benefit them. And then being accessible to my voters and being able to like accept feedback and respond to issues and get to know the people that are voting for me and value the same things I do. So as for my team, I feel like I would probably have 10 to 15 people on my team just to start off, because my district would be District 1 from Fontana, which is quite big, but I sometimes feel like the less people you do have in a team can tend to work more efficiently, especially if you choose them wisely. Also, volunteers, just people who are willing to help me out by like going door to door, or like probably doing a car wash, or like also phone bankers, of course social media, and then just hosting small events in order for me to actually like promote why I should be like voting for city council. And lastly, my budget. From the last time we voted for our city council, it was about 12 grand. So I don't think that's like too bad, but it would be like about 10 to 15. And that's just like a moderate campaign. A small scale campaign would be 5 to 15, and then a highly competitive one can go up to 100 grand. And finally, my conclusion. Me personally, I would not want to run for office. I definitely do not feel like it's my calling. I personally don't like to involve myself with like a lot of government things, but I do like to be knowledgeable on the topic. A few ways that I do serve my community though are doing community service hours at my local church. So yeah. And I also like to do photography and just stuff like that. So, yeah. Well, that's it for my slideshow. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.